Yes, boys, and welcome back to the FK Sports channel. Today, we are talking Champions League. Obviously, this week, quarterfinals will be all wrapped up. First game we're going to talk about is Man City Bayern. Obviously, last Tuesday night, Bayern lost to City 3-0. The way City are playing right now, I can't see anything other than a City result in this one. Bayern are obviously home in the second leg, but they have a 3-0 deficit to overcome. I just can't see that happening. For this one, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on the night for the prediction for the second leg. But I can't see City going out now, man. I thought, as a United fan, I wanted them to bottle it. I did want them to bottle it and Bayern to beat them. And Bayern were actually my favourites to win the Champions League back from the start of the year. That's not looking as likely to happen now, I can't lie. I just can't see City bottling a 3-0 lead. You know, they Champions League's the elusive title for them. They can't seem to win it. They always bottle it when they get to the final stages. But if they're going to bottle it, it'll have to be in another round this year. I can't see them not getting past Bayern now. They have a 3-0 lead. Bayern looked very, very open last week at the back as well. City were able just to play right through Bayern last week, and obviously mistakes for Bayern, like Meccano with the third goal. They just made countless mistakes. City capitalised, and the game was won. Let's see what happens on Wednesday night, but for me, in this one, City won, Bayern won, and an overall aggregate score of 4-1. So next, we're going to talk about Chelsea and Real Madrid. Now, Chelsea, I mean, I feel sorry for Lampard, man. He's a club legend. He managed them last year. Obviously, the reign didn't go that well. Obviously, Tuchel came in. Tuchel went. He came and gone. Got sacked. They brought Lampard in now for the rest of the season. And obviously, they lost the first leg last week 2-0 to Madrid. They're having really, really poor league form. They've just lost to Brighton 2-1 at the time of recording this as well. They're having a nightmare, Chelsea, and I can't see anything other than them losing this game as well. Now, they're playing this leg, obviously, at home. The second leg is at home, but they're 2-0. I mean, to be fair, they still do have a chance. 2-0, and they play the next leg at home. They're not necessarily out of the competition just yet, but as I say, they need to capitalise more. Chelsea at the minute they're not playing very good football, but they're not taking their chances. Against a team like Real Madrid, you gotta do that. Real Madrid, obviously, we know they turn up in Champions League. If Chelsea are gonna take their chances, Madrid will take theirs. You can bet your life on that one. They're super clinical, and they've got very, very dangerous players. Then we moved to AC Milan and Napoli game. I mean, obviously, I thought, Napoli are on that side of the draw, boys, where I thought, right, they could actually make the final here. They're probably the strongest team on that side of the draw on paper. Football isn't played on paper, though, is it? As we know. And AC Milan, courtesy of that Benacer goal, won the game last week 1-0. Napoli are home on Tuesday night to Milan. They're facing a 1-0 deficit from the first leg. Can they come back? I believe they will. I'm going to call a 2-0 win to Napoli on the night, and I believe Napoli are going to go through. I'm not going to say I watch loads of Serie A football, because I don't. Obviously, the main league I would watch is the Prem. However, whether you watch Napoli week in, week out or not, a lot of people know their strengths, and people know they're a damn good team. Obviously, the first leg, Victor Osimhen, their star striker, linked to Man United in the summer as well. Don't doubt we'll get him. There's a lot of English clubs linked to him as well. A lot of teams around Europe linked to him. He's a top striker. But Osimhen obviously missed the first leg, so that was a key player missing for Napoli in that first leg. I think it's a groin injury he's got, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not sure how long he'll be out for. There has been, and I've seen something a couple of days ago that there's a positive update that he's, on the mend, he's recovering. Not sure how long he'll be out for, but obviously for Napoli that is a massive, massive miss. As I say though, I'm going to go with Napoli winning this one 2-0, so 2-1 in aggregate. Final Champions League quarter-final then is Benfica against the other Milan club, Inter. Obviously Inter are 2-0 up from the first leg, and I think this one's kind of, I'm going to say this one's easy enough to call. No disrespect to Benfica. I just think they've done so well to get, to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They've done really, really well. But I think at this stage, I always say at the quarterfinals and forward in the Champions League, like once you get to the quarterfinal stages of the Champions League, it's Europe's elite. You get down to the top teams, man. And I think Inter, as I say, like Napoli, I don't watch Serie A week in, week out. I don't watch Inter week in, week out. But I can see, as I say, that they have more than enough, on paper certainly, that beat Benfica. I can certainly see that there's more than enough to beat them. So, as I say, I'm going to go another comfortable win for Inter in this one. I'm going to say a 3-0 win overall. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win on aggregate for Inter on the night, and they're going to win 3-0 in aggregate. That will wrap up today's video, boys. I hope you've enjoyed, obviously, all the Champions League quarterfinal predictions, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Let me know who do you think the semi-finalists will be. Obviously, make sure you hit that like button for me. Smash the subscribe button if you're new. And I'll see you all next one, boys. Cheers.